banning it against them either. So this is more of like, Tundra, we think this hero's good, and we don't want to get, surprised by it. It is late enough in the tournament where teams are evolving, and this is just Tundra's read on the situation right now, that Sand King is just a hero that cannot be given away. It's definitely not targeted towards Navi whatsoever. And as we saw at TI, this hero can do a lot. And the new facet, it's not bad. I do notice every once in a while, because it's been brought in, people forget to bring dust. You're invisible, and then you just get away scot-free. Hopefully
professional players, by the way.
Professional players, by the way. Invincibility
Sadly, no one did that against Han. They always had dust.
I mean, you got to take the man down, like he is the one that had a target on him, so we'll have to see there.
So many memories.
Yeah. What are casters doing? I think casters are actually pausing the game, and they went to the green room to get a drink or something, so they need to click F9.
Yeah, I agree. They're divas. They're prima donnas. You know what they're like.
It's true. I mean, we could talk a little bit about what these teams have drafted in the past and see if they will be going for that again. So one of the big ones we talked about before, Puppy's Clockwork, I'm very curious to see if they do ban that one out or they do let it through the cracks. It'll be interesting to see.
Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds. Dyer's ban. Radiant's ban.
The big part is his ability to sell items. Like, you have to get stuff done where you can buy drums, so you can pick up the blink dagger, and then you can. Oh, they're actually changing it.
Oh, is that allowed?
Dyer's ban.
Maybe.
Oh. So yeah, they're saying that was an error, and this is the right one. So
okay.
That's why I was surprised. They didn't even play. They didn't even play Sand King. They didn't even get to say it. So
everything I said about Sand King,
forget it.
And forget it.
Yeah, tune in next time for more Tales of Sand King. Irrelevant Tales of Sand King, a new segment. But yeah, this looks more like the typical bans that we've had at the start in the opening phase. Obviously, the Naga, the Bristle you saw earlier. Bristle, one of the most banned heroes at the tournament, which again,
so hard to play against.
Yeah,
that's it. I mean, this hero, like, it just feels bad to play against this hero because you realize. First of all, you need to deal with the break mechanic, which nobody wants to buy Silver Edge on their carry, but you kind of have to. You have to pick one of the 3 breaking heroes in the game, which is just Primal Beast, Viper, and maybe Hoodwink, if that even counts. Shadow Demon Ags. There's not many things that can break. And I mean, PA can do it too with her shard, but then you have to pick PA. There's like a lot of things you just don't want to do to counter this hero, so don't play against it. And it's not even guaranteed. If he gets too farmed too quickly, the game just feels like it's over and you can never team fight. So I like the ban. And the Bounty Hunter is something that they played with the Darkseer, so I do respect that ban too.
All right, we did talk about Navi playing Beastmaster, but Tundra is going to pick it up for themselves. We said everything about the Beastmaster. You know, the one thing that they do like to do differently is,
10 seconds
I would say 33, he stays on top of the network when he plays this hero. It's going to be always something small. Some of these small plays that he does will send the boar in the triangle to stack for himself, while also like dominating the lane. And
what a treat.
The Puppy Chen.
Yep.
Yeah, another throwback.
Been playing this hero for his whole career.
Yes.
Right? Still likes it. Still one of the goats on this hero. Typically very good versus the Beastmaster if you do manage, because the Helm Dom is making resurgence, right? So you can end up stealing that in the fights. If you do manage to get to the shard as well, you can steal the Ancient Dragon as well. Assuming he has that one, but any of the Ancient Creeps. So that is an answer for that mid-game timing.
Ooh, this is a good ban. Alchemist plus Chen. We saw it yesterday. Can't remember which series it was. It could have been the first one, which was, give me a second, where Beast Ghost, Azure Ray. Yeah, I believe that was that one. Where they played super fast with the Chen and Alchemist. It gives you so much speed. It gives you survivability. Because Alchemist will stay on top of the network no matter what. You're securing his lane, and then you have this big timing with the mech, with another aura item, and Alchemist with 2-3 items 20 minutes into the game, pushing your high ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think just in general, Alchemist is just super strong. So anything that buffs him up to be even stronger, definitely very, very scary. So I do respect that ban. I like how they banned Gyro in the first phase. I talked about the Beastmaster and how Gyro is used to counter these zoo type of heroes. So getting rid of that right from the get-go, and the Inch and the Pango. This is really Telestrated saying, hey, we want a Beastmaster in this game, because all 3 of those heroes are good against the Helm Dom playstyle.
Yeah.
And Timber as well. That one is going out. And you get 1 ban here for Navi. And we'll see what they want to take. Clockwork is already banned. I guess it'll likely be a science hero.
Yeah, Shadow Demon is available.
Oh, it is, yeah. I mean, that's not good versus Beast, though, but they won't be laning against each other.
Yeah.
So that, I would say in the game, Shadow Demon is pretty good versus the Beastmaster if you have good positioning, because you always just wait for the roar to go off, do the disruption. So that kind of helps, but maybe they're looking for something with potentially more pick-off potential to be with the Chen, because Chen is not the greatest initiator. Maybe a Centaur will walk in from the backline and surprise someone, but that's not reliable.
If they don't pick up Shadow Demon, which I don't think they will on Navi, I could easily see Tundra pick it up. It's such an annoying spam lane. You get the early like mana boots, you're gonna just demolish that lane. Chen doesn't deal also well with Shadow Demon in the lane. It really depends, like if you're blocking the creeps, depending on like what you're getting. But if you're just sitting there, getting axed, getting Shadow Poison in your face, it can be quite difficult.
I might want to lean more towards resides, like the Bat Rider type of hero. That can just give him that easy initiation with the Chen, because whenever you group up as a ball, you typically, this does it as well, you want someone that can jump in that is trying to poke the wave or use spells to de-push. So a Tusk with a blink can do that just as well, so can never complain about good old Tusk. Also snowball save for the roar.
And they took the Puck out, which, you know, we've seen Puck emerge as a strong hero here, very hard to pin down.
Yeah.
So
you don't have reliable stuns. Also, leash mechanic against Tusk. If he gets caught inside of the leash, +1, the hero that you're focusing down, he can't snowball save people. But that was a very good ban. And this also opens up potentially a Visage pick for Navi, because Tundra, they already picked their Beastmaster. Beastmaster cannot really be flexed. We've seen some like mid from time to time, but it's just a no-go. It's 100% off lane here.
We have lots of push coming out in these drafts, like Beast Pugna versus Chen, which I honestly think a Visage might be coming down the road as well. So it's going to be like very high tempo, high push. I mean, the birds kill the Nether Ward very easily. Pugna doesn't like playing against Visage. Lots of interrupt. You can't really save with the Crepify. You're just amping up the Soul Assumption damage. So already thinking Navi definitely wants to play it as, that is one of Boom's most played heroes.
Yeah, it's probably going to be Visage, and if Luna is available, we might see it being picked up as well. Just have that extra damage. I think Luna is going to be picked in this phase for both of these teams. Like whoever decides to go with Luna, we talked about the push. Even though I did mention that Navi did beat Luna 4 out of 4 times, I could still see, you know, Tundra pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, the aura doesn't work with the birds anymore. There is a combination, though, that does work with the birds that I see a lot. That's really good. It's actually Storm Shard. Storm with Visage. The Shard works on the birds. Pretty crazy stuff there.
Wow, they were actually watching game from yesterday that we did talk about. Beast Ghost. They were playing Muerta plus Pugna. So her innate ability allows her to attack ethereal units and also attack when she is ethereal. So you can use Pugna's Decrepify on her to save her against the physical damage, life drainer, and then she's still going to be able to deal damage in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, that did look a very strong combination when it was executed. So,
I mean, this is a good pick for carrying Muerta if you are going to pick Muerta in this position, because the two heroes you see don't really deal with you whenever you're ethereal. Like Tusk, he's all single target, physical damage. Can't really hit him when you're ethereal. Chen, your creeps basically want to wail on you, so that's not going to be an option too. We talked about, you know, the Visage, but they go for the other summon hero in the Enigma. This one, I don't know. I feel like you have an option as a position 5 to kind of deal with these Eidolons, whether it's some CM or Jakiro that can just like de-spam them with Gunslinger as well. You can click them down. I'm not sure. This doesn't seem like a free Enigma game. That's what I'm kind of like getting at here. But it does fit the tempo. It's another aura buyer that can group up and just hit buildings. And I'm just looking at Navi's draft. They have a very incredibly strong timing base. If they hit a Roshan, get that killed, they're definitely coming for your high ground.
This is interesting. I mean, they did put a lot of pressure with this Muerta. So the Navi has 2 picks after that, and they can still flex Muerta, and now they give Drow Ranger as an answer. So I think Muerta should be played as carry here, because all she does is physical damage, and you're going to be playing against Muerta. I guess that's why they also picked up Enigma, so that you can go with the Tusk, Puncher, with the Black Hole, try to buy a little bit more time during her ulti. But I think there were better options when it comes down to carry-to-carry matchup, because I think they messed up a draft here a little bit, not having this flex open where you can still deal physical plus magical damage. I would still be fine with picking up, Luna here instead of Drow Ranger.
Yeah. I mean, you did say earlier there's a specific set of circumstances that you need for a Drow game.
Yeah, mixed
do you
damage.
Think these, yeah, okay. And there's the Storm.
Yeah, it's just a popular hero mid. It's not like a free Storm game. You do have Gust, Stun, Black Hole. You don't have the best stuns in the world. I will say Gust is incredibly good versus Storm. If you're a good Drow player, at least, which you have to know that these guys are good. Nage is definitely good. Like, you can kind of telegraph him zipping in and just pre-cast the Gust, and you're just kind of stuck there. When typically you would be like, oh, get on top of Drow. That's how you beat this hero. But I actually like Drow in this matchup, so we'll have to see how it goes. Unless the Storm is overly fed, but I think in that situation, Storm's just kind of OP. So maybe just find something that can keep them down in the laning stage just a little bit.
10
You do
seconds to
have
go.
limited options, however, because Enigma, very farm heavy, Drow,
5
also
seconds.
farm heavy, so you're kind of pigeonholed into going for this active mid laner, and I will say Storm is pretty good versus most of them, so they're banning out some of the melee heroes that can be active and still win the lane, and the Monkey King. The other one is like the Dragon Knight, but not a fan of that one in the mid lane right now.
I could be fine with some Queen of Pain for Boom, something that they don't have too much lockdown with. Sure, you have like Storm Spirit Pull, Roar,
10
you
seconds
also
to
have like
go.
Muerta Silence, but these are also like very difficult to execute. The spells from
5
Muerta, they
seconds.
always are, and I think this could be the hero. We've seen mostly from Queen of
Radiant's
Pains
ban.
where you are going for more points, like you go for 0-4-4 build, but when you play certain matchups, you could put 2 points in Shadow Strike and play that matchup the old school way.
So what do they need on Tundra here? Because I'm totally fine with Pugna just being a 5 at this point with Muerta.
10 seconds to
Like
go.
your Dead Shot plus Nether Blast here is going to deal 5 ones pretty well. So you could just pick something for Soxa here that just has freedom to roam, and that means I think Muerta's going to be support now. Sven's going to be...
yeah.
So this matchup is, well, like, yeah, Sven is great versus Drow, right? You get the bonus armor where the marksmanship will only pierce your base armor, so it'll help your team out in that regard. I will say, however, that
10
getting
seconds
Black
to
Hole
go.
to Sven like is a very easy target. He's always going to go in first, and you don't
5
have the best ways of stopping it. You have Primal Roar, that's about it, but this does give him a lot of tempo, and I'm still on the fence of this Muerta position 4 right now, and what can it provide and how good it is. So
Well, it's
I don't know.
something.
And that Earth Spirit pick I do
Time
like a
to
lot.
pick
This
some of
is
these folks.
something exactly what they needed. I feel like if this Navi lineup is going to work, it's going to work really, really well, or they're just going to fall flat in the laning stage and they'll never get that opportunity to group up. Drow is going to get picked off 24/7. So Navi needs to have stable lanes. They need to get Roshan. If they can't achieve that, then it might be a little bit of a difficult game.
Yeah, they picked this Earth Spirit to have slightly more control from the mid lane. I think this lineup is slightly greedy with Enigma Drow Ranger. I think it could go pretty bad, but then again, you have Earth Spirit. So I think for me, it's all eyes on BZM, what he's going to be able to achieve. Chen also not a hero that can, rotate, get the games going. He can park himself in front of the tower, try to get the tower. Yeah, I think... this is a very risky lineup from Navi. While one side of Tundra, other than Muerta position 4, I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, your thoughts?
I mean, I think Tundra's draft, ease of execution is much easier. So I'm going to go with them on that one. Navi's lineup looks very difficult to play, and I'm always going to go for the draft that feels easier to play. You can make more mistakes.
All right, well, I'm going to ask the casters as well. We do this thing when I do shows where we talk to the commentators, treat them like people. How are you doing, guys? You all right?
Yeah, we're doing good. Looking forward to this one. And yeah, looking forward to see if this Uragi Drow works out. What do you reckon, Fogged?
Definitely interesting stuff. I didn't know if Soxa was going to copy Baboka. I mean, you guys were saying it, right? The question mark is the form Muerta, if that's going to end up like working out or not. But overall, draft does look good. Like they were saying, does look easy to play. I think 33 Beastmaster has shown himself a lot of times where he tends to just run away with games, even if he has a hard lane. So that's the biggest one that I'm looking forward to see how much he's going to be able to do versus Puppy Chen, because that's the iconic kind of thing.
That is, yeah, always good to see.
So it's going to be interesting.
All right, you got any thoughts, Owen? You're quiet.
I mean, I like to think that
Places,
Drow
everyone.
can win games. I
there
think,
you go.
Uragi, I think he's
Now I
on
know
for
why you're
something.
quiet. Scrum
Yeah.
logic.
I think Navi's going to have this, but we'll see.
All right,
see.
brother.
Yeah.
Well, look, we're going to let you guys take it away. Have a great game. Looking forward to this one.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's going to be a fun one for sure. I mean, both teams, Fog, they've got this kind of potential for early push, early pressure,
Yes.
right? With the openings of the draft. Chen on one side and then like this Pugna.
It's a bit late to introduce, but here we're gonna see Tundra Esport versus Natus Ventura with Sven, Beastmaster, Pugna, Muerta, Storm Spirit on the Tundra side. Meanwhile, Navi, they want to proceed with Chen, Enigma, Tusk, the Ranger, and Earth Spirit. So who's gonna win this game? Let's watch together.
To see that people are going for like these Pugnas and Muertas on the support, it can cause you to have some issues in terms of like playmaking in mid game. That's my concern, I would say, for Tundra. Thankfully, they have a Storm which can be active, but a Pugna and Muerta rotating definitely feels a little bit awkward, I would say, in comparison to the Tusk, who's just a much more natural rotator with something like Chen creeps. So we'll have to see how that ends up working out. I do like Tundra's draft, but I definitely think that they can fall into some issues in terms of movement.
And
Yes, their
they're
5-man
off.
can be strong, but their movement can be a little weird. Let's see if there's any runes that end up getting exchanged. Pugna, for me, is an incredible hero right now.
They're gonna go
I
for
actually
this.
really like watching it. And yeah, Boom might just be dead.
They're going to drop down the blood grenade, follow it up with the stun. And see if they can get that first blood to Shad. Nah, White One, he'll have to take it. That's
Hello,
first
everybody.
blood nonetheless for Tundra.
I love it. Hello, everybody. This is Whitemon. Secures the last hit. And yeah, this hero can definitely cause a big problems. We saw Pichu the other day, even in a game that they were kind of losing the majority of it. He was the X factor on this Pugna. How much you can do to save allies, buff up something like a Storm heal. That's going to be the cool thing to watch as well from this side of Tundra.
Denied!
Let's see if BZM can do better than some of these other Earth Spirits have in the mid lane versus the Storm. Some of them got owned, but other ones of these Earth Spirits have handled a bit better in the first few levels. But it is a difficult matchup for BZM until the game gets later on. Then he definitely has some clear entrances into the game when you're playing versus Pugna in particular, looking for a backline. How do you... I don't know how I feel about this Earth Spirits, though. I think the hero's super strong, but I think here we've seen it have quite a bit of difficulties, even though it has great scaling, you know, all these type of things. I still feel like it puts your draft on a bit of a timer a lot of times.
It does, and it seems like one of these heroes that it can have a rough start in the lane, but then have a really good mid game, but might not necessarily be the hero that's going to like win you the game, even if you get ahead off the back of how strong it can be in those sort of mid-team fights where, you know, you're getting with the magnetize, doing a crazy amount of damage. But does this hero actually help you all the time, end the game, get that victory?
Exactly. Top 33.
I mean, Saxa's dead. I mean, Yuragi, can he get 33 as well with the Frost Arrow? One more. Dive him. Oh, okay.
Just in case.
Good, yeah, it's a good branch down as well. Otherwise, I think Yuragi might have had a chance of getting the hit in. So 33 will live.
Saxa, back to the Ofrenda, back into the mix, immediately getting some harassment going. This lane gets a little bit better for the Beastmaster and the Muerta as it comes up. But Puppy, the Satyr, that's why you see people almost always go for this one on the Chen early. Just helps you ensure that lane so far pretty good. But mid is a very one-sided affair. I didn't think it would be that bad, but
it's getting very rough.
Some of the other matchups, some of the other times that I've seen it. Froggy?
Saxa.
Saxa? Well, he'll be back to the Ofrenda.
Well, yeah. Maybe overestimating the capabilities there of the hero in that trade attempt from Saxa. Ends up giving up his life to Yuragi.
I've had games like this when I've tried the Muerta support a couple of times too, where you just keep dying in lane and then you just come back and you're like, you know what? I don't have to walk. It doesn't feel that bad, these deaths. Of course, you're giving quite a bit of gold, but you come back full. You're able to bring regen and stuff. Yeah, there's definitely some cool potential for plays like this. I mean, cool potential, but he just dies. But yeah, you know what I mean. Like, he can still apply pressure without having to walk or waste TPs. You can also save your TP always to be able to rotate a lot of times when you have this type of Ofrenda. Yeah, all three lanes so far. Definitely seeing Tundra having a bit of an edge.
Definitely getting that a little bit more farm, yeah. Oh, nice shot there for Saxa. And the two of them.
They're low on regen up here. One healing Lotus on Yuragi. Puppy's going to start bringing more, but they do not have a whole lot. And the pressure, it's 2 points in axes. And that dead shot, it's still level 1. But when they've got the level 2, could definitely see Yuragi get burst if he's not cautious. And bottom so far, Boom. This is not the easiest lane ever for a Enigma in particular. That's why they went for this Sven down here as well. Just having the extra cleave, the stun too. If the Eidolons walk up, they'll die. Whitemon getting first blood also is pretty useful. He has boots. Already the fastest hero in the game on the Pugna. You can just freely right-click. I think this hero almost always has the highest early game damage. It's insane how much you're able to actually do just with right-click harassment.
Yeah, you think we're going to see this hero just continue to just become more popular on this playoff stage with some of the teams then?
Yep, absolutely. I think it's gotten buffed a decent amount of the last couple patches as well. The siphoning ward got increased as well. And there's just, I think this hero just has a lot of different like little plays that you can do nowadays that you couldn't anymore, because you can cast spells and items while you're channeling, so you can just trip people up a lot of times. It takes a specific player for the Pugna, but yeah, it's a fun one to watch.
So far, setting up this bottom lane very nicely for Shad, who's having complete free farm.
Saxa. Could be in trouble here.
Puppy is more than happy to take this fight.
He's pinging, and he's got an Earth Spirit in the mid, so if BZM does want to make the swing toward top, he could just get a free one.
It's a good shot to try and push Puppy back, but it looks like BZM doesn't want to spend the time to head over, and it's just going to be leaving Puppy to chase Saxa down.
He's got the Purge. Still might be able to get him. He's got another Purge. And another Purge.
And another.
And another
And
Purge.
another. And another?
No, that's it.
Oh, okay.
But he got it.
I mean, that's quite the way to die there.
Yuragi, be careful. The Frenda is he's gonna respawn in 5 seconds. Don't step up too far. There's a boar on him. 3 seconds. There's gonna be the rotation though. This is nice from Zayat.
Yeah, they go straight onto 33. And get them trapped in the shards as well. They'll be able to take 33 now. They can turn attack as well. Up, he's got the wraparound. Whitemon's coming to help out. Has a defensive decrepify onto Sax, and now keep him safe, so Navi have to back off.
That was an interesting series of events. Good rotation. I love that from Zayat. Maybe they're both communicating that, yeah, he's going to come back in on that Frenda, but yeah, they've got the rotation from the Tusk. That means Boom is going to be left on his own. He's not doing that bad on the Enigma, all things considered, when he's playing versus that Sven and Pugna. Haste through top. Mid one will get it.
Radiant's mid tower's coming apart.
Close start. And Navi making these plays, getting these kills, but Tundra able to still continue to get a little bit more out of the lanes when it comes to his last hits. So
Interesting.
it's very close on the gold.
Mid one's going Arcane Boots. Not something you see too traditionally on the Storms. People want to buy it, but attack speed is very necessary a lot of times.
I guess with this, you're going to be able to hit the jungle a bit easier, have a bit more just mana to play with on the map.
I mean, it helps everybody. It helps everybody, but it hurts you slightly, right? Because you're going to have that less attack speed when you go for some of these kills. But cool. I mean, independent. You know, it's each player has their own approach.
And talking about items, we don't see being sort of picked up on heroes as we saw on the pop-up there. Boom rushes the earn this game as the offlane Enigma.
Pretty cool. Different approach, right? Rather than the drums that we usually see. He's going that vessel route. Zayat.
He will be found it. Trying to come over to steal the 7-minute wisdom ring, and he will get it.
No way.
Oh, well, that's a job well done there from Zayat.
Oh, what a play. I think double wisdom rune. Yeah, they were losing on the CS overall, but that's going to be massive, especially because, Whitemon's having a pretty good time on the support. They're actually giving him the mid lane. The Storm is going to the jungle a little bit, but Sox is incredibly low level on this Muerta. Already 3 deaths on him.
So
their farm is still good, though.
What's the benefit of getting the first this game for Boom? Like, is this saying sort of that he expects rotations to come in to back him up and get some kills down here, or what?
It just gives you extra kill threat always. I always think you should have an earn, personally. If you have any hero
someone's going to buy it, someone needs to buy it.
Yeah, it's such good value nowadays.
Yeah.
Because these bracers have gotten nerfed so much. I don't know, I like earn. And of course, he's playing versus Pugna, so if he does want to go vessel route, I don't know if he should go full vessel, but there is some options to prevent some healing.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
I'm cool. Yeah, I'm very happy with it.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Whitemon should be just fine. Mid one gets kicked away from the rune. BZM will get an arcane. So although the last hits, as we said, are favoring the side of Tundra pretty massively, Navi can make easier rotations with these support heroes, as we've seen. Zayat has a smoke ready. BZM is 6 with Magnetize and an arcane rune. And pressure already coming out onto this bottom tower. Whitemon has to stop it. He's still, as we said, Whitemon has great levels. It's level 5 on him, but Soxa is going to struggle a lot this game to find stuff. And as expected, 33, you have to adapt. You're playing versus Chen. He's going to go the Ags route on the Beastmaster rather than going for the Helm of Overlord or Dominator, because Chen can just steal the creeps, get shard. Whitemon, confident playing aggressive. He's got that ward there. Big stacks coming out. So that'll be the recovery for Soxa, getting that extra experience. Is there a way that they can invade? It might not be possible because he's going to start working on them now. It's level 4 axes, but they have vision of it. So the potential.
Who do you bring over?
BZM moves in. You bring 3 heroes. You bring the 2 supports plus the Earth Spirit.
Okay.
He's got Arcane Rune and Magnetize.
They're TP into tier 1, yeah. They've got the 3 of them here, Navi.
It's already almost dead, though. He started it a bit too early for them to get there. BZM's trying. Can he clean some of the big ones up? Over here. Get one. What?
Should be fine. I don't have any further lockdown for him, and he knows it. Mid-1 just casually walking away. He's not panicking at all. He knows they can't catch him.
There is an early point of Gust on the Drow, so Yuragi does want to be able to get involved potentially onto these early moves. I like this a lot. Whenever you're playing versus like Storm, some of these mobility mid laners, even versus Pugna, I like that one value point in Gust. And Yuragi's been one of the few players actually playing this. Going for this the sidestep facet as well, which is kind of cool. Allows him to play around nicely inside team fights. BZM trying to be active. He got another power rune. A regen as well after having that arcane. Level 6 is here for Puppey, and he actually almost has the mech. They've got quite a bit of sustain. These auras will make a difference too. Having this extra armor and magic resist if any aggressive move does come out from Tundra, with Puppey being this high level. These double wisdom steals. It's a big deal. Mid one.
Look at the roll in and the kickback.
No silence on BZM yet. Still a bit too low level. Can't actually go for the kill, but they get the deny. Well played.
I'll take that.
And with all the focus being elsewhere, both carries, Shad and Yuragi getting a lot of space.
Yeah, we're getting set up for a nice carry versus carry where they're both getting that solid free farm. It's which one's going to feel a bit better, because now we've seen a couple games of the Sven. One of them looked not the greatest, but yesterday's from Nouns was phenomenal. He absolutely stomped the game. So definitely set up for success there. But Yuragi, it's really important that this Drow is not pressured in lane. That's sometimes what this hero can suffer for in a lot of times. He has almost absolute free farm and no deaths.
Radiant's bottom tower. There goes Radiant's bottom tower.
I'll be able to join the push here, take the tower, and return to top.
Yep. As you said, this game can accelerate very fast from both sides. Very good pressure.
I mean, who wants to kind of push it the more? Would you say, like, is one of these sides more sort of inclined to try and speed things up?
I don't know about that. I think that Navi can probably apply a little bit more pressure early with their group up, just because they've got this Chen with such an early mech and such good levels after those wisdom steals. So I think that they can set tempo pretty well with this lineup. Tundra can fight back, but like I said, they're making moves is a bit awkward with these two supports. It's pretty much completely reliant on the cores to make any aggressive moves. And for them, it does feel like it's going to be a little bit more of sit back and wait for one timing before they go. Probably just the Ags on the Beast and then just play around 33, which he is very close to.
Yeah, maybe then they'll try and see if they can do something about Yuragi getting all this space up top.
Yeah, usually these beasts, what ends up happening is they get the Ags, they pressure the top tower, and then the first nighttime they take Rosh, right? It's like that 15 minutes, they go straight for the first Rosh, because you just kill it with this beast Ags pretty easily. Navi can contest, though. Could definitely see a big fight kick out in these next 2-3 minutes, depending on where they want to make the move. But Farmfest, 2-4. Lower kill count that we had.
Coming up to 13 minutes in. Yeah, it's a much more kind of careful game from both of these teams.
Boom is committing for the Vessel. So he is going all in.
Full Vessel rush, okay.
Drum and Vessel. So, I mean, a lot of stats. He's going to be quite tanky.
Sure, but what does it mean that you don't have?
I mean, it's just going to slow down your BKBs and your blinks, but probably feeling like because he's first Beastmaster, he'd rather have these small items and be able to fight early. We'll see if it pays off. Vessel is such a good item right now, right? It's gotten so many buffs, 60% reduction. I think we've mentioned it ad nauseum in this tournament, but can have a lot of merit versus something like Pugna. Speaking of Pugna, Whitemon, Zayats is trying to go for a play here onto him.
Back up here, Shad. Shad pops the God Shrink. They'll be rolling for BZM, magnetize as well, and they'll drop the black hole, catch onto the two of them, and that'll allow them to kill off Whitemon. Can they get Shad as well? Another roll for from BZM, won't catch on to Shad. The roar's there from 33, Tundra. They'll be able to take down BZM in return. They've still got mana on mid one, ready to jump over towards Boom and Zayat, so try and hold them back with a punch. Yuragi also coming in from the side. Get the Gus. They've got enough damage. The shard block onto mid one, but he's able to zip across. He'll be okay for now, and now Zayat will get turned upon. Saxon with the ultimate ready to start bringing in some extra damage to help take Boom down low.
Mech.
He quite finished Boom off Saxer. He's trying, but he can't. The ult comes to an end. Yuragi will take Saxer out.
Nice play from Puppey. Good rotation in. They brought the numbers. A little overcommitment there from BZM, but then a bit of an overcommitment that comes out from Tundra and gets punished. Started like in a bit of an advantage there for Tundra, but yeah, afterwards when Puppey coming in, they get a little bit more. Both teams showing they're keen to fight, even if it does go down like that. Especially because 33 had just gotten the timing on the Ags to be able to show up.
Dire's top tower's getting
And Shad, that's probably the biggest thing, is that he ends up surviving, so that's why maybe I'd give a slight edge to the side of Tundra. Shad sews up, gets black hole, ends up getting a couple cleanup, not like full kills. I don't think he got one of the last hits, but he got some XP. And he's nearly level 12 on this Sven. So gonna have a bit of an advantage over...
Oh, Saxa. Well, they're going to find him. They're bringing the full team in for this push top, Navi. They got the full 5-man ready to take the tier 1, I'd imagine.
Does he remember to destroy his Ofrenda here? Because his Ofrenda is standing right on top of Puppy right now. If he doesn't destroy it, he'll spawn right here. Unless they want to fight here.
Radiant's top.
But I don't think they want to fight.
I don't think so either.
So he'll probably, as you say, he's not going to go back to this.
The Radiant got one last top tower.
You sure about that?
Dire's
Oh.
mid tower won't last.
Oh,
much
don't do it, Saxa. Oh.
Did he forget?
I mean, I was going to say that straight up there. Was that him just not knowing that he could destroy it, or just forgetting?
He destroyed it now immediately, so I think he just forgot. So Navi getting another... I mean, that's a lot. That's 6 deaths now. 6 of the 9. Saxa, we had concerns about the Muersted support, and they're bullying it, and now they're the ones who are going to get that rush first because of it. And it gives him vessel charges too, so maybe that's why Bloom also wanted
quite the mess
vessel.
up.
He's like, oh sure, I get some extra vessels if this Muertes is just gonna be dying like that.
Well,
those are big slip-ups.
But definitely ones that won't happen again. You know, that's one of those things, you make the mistake once in a game and then, you know, it's not going to happen again.
I've seen this too many times.
Oh, you've seen mistakes happen again.
I've seen these Muertes do this a lot of times on support, but whatever. If they take Ofrenda, we do see them take the other facets sometimes, but... Saxa definitely getting punished here. And now the push is commencing. Look at these auras online. The drums, they have Puppy with all of these little creeps. And he's got Holy Locket. It's a very farm Chen, as Puppy tends to do. But he's 3-0 and 4. Level 10 as well.
Right in the mid. DJ's got the blade mail. So has to be careful there, mid one, how he commits for that. I mean, they're pushing up still.
Tundra's getting sandwiched a bit here.
Yeah, Navi's swinging across.
They have to claim high ground, and they will.
Yeah, Navi's not going to chase them up to the high ground at the moment.
They still are very farmed on the Sven and the Beastmaster. Also incredibly high level. Level 14 and 13 on these two. So definitely able to take the fight if it's in a good position for them. But they do have to factor in all these auras. Puppy is going to be making a big difference with how much he can heal and reset.
That bottom tower. Radiant's top tower's hurting. Dire's bottom tower.
Oh, they get the roar. They're going to start things on towards Zayas. They blow up the tusk.
Tower could use a hand.
BZM. See if he can get a catch. We'll get the silence on the both of them. That's popping the ult, trying to fight back. They'll move back in on a BZM. He's having to pop the magnetize. He's healed up. BZM's perfectly fine. The black comes in for boom. Oh, it's a gorgeous one there. Gets the 3 of them.
He's just able to walk in and cast it.
I mean, Navi just playing these fights very easily. I mean, BZM goes in and he's like, go on me. Yeah, he wants them to throw everything down, trusting, of course, all the heals and backup that Puppy can provide. They don't even get close to killing BZM.
No.
And in that time, they do just let themselves get walked up and 3-man black hole by boom.
They commit quite a lot to blow up Zayas, but he literally just walked in and black holed the moment.
Yeah, well, because look, they're looking at BZM. He puts the blade mail, so they're waiting it out, and it gets to the point where it's about to come to an end. They're like, now we can go back in on BZM. They get him down to half HP, but Puppy is easily got heals. BZM is fine, and the next thing you know, as Tundra, you're getting black holed by boom.
And Shad actually, he was, I guess, too scared to go for an angle potentially of like a stun or something, and then walking in because his team was already dying. Shows up and then just has to run away. They're very high level, they're very farmed, but they're not able to take these fights so far. And Yuragi's pace is accelerating fast. Oh, and he's got Butterfly done.
I mean, yeah, this is just some great moves.
It's coming on the courier in a second, sorry.
And some rare mistakes from Tundra really being made this game. Navi, they're punishing it.
And they're getting tankier and tankier.
They're going to have the pipe soon, right?
Pipe soon. Puppy, I believe, is going to have a Vlad's very soon, too. Almost level 2 heal. And I'm just looking at the auras. Ice armor being thrown onto everybody. He's got the cloak aura. Very strong stuff. Oh, he even has the heal aura. So that's even stronger, too. That's actually... I usually don't see people keeping that one this long, but when he's got Holy Locket mech as well...
Yeah, the heal
this
amp.
extra heal amp.
Yeah. That all adds up.
On top of his I mean, it's a lot of healing that's going to be coming out.
They've got to find Puppy, but it's not like Puppy's easy to kill himself.
No, he's tanky. It's going to be problematic for Tundra to take any fights head-on versus Navi at this point. Even though it's like the gold lead isn't even really there for Navi, it feels like their group up is that much stronger.
Yeah, they're definitely putting on the pressure much more, Navi.
Radiant's top towers.
Will Shad get that Wisdom Rune, actually? They didn't end up taking their 14-minute Wisdom Rune on Navi, but he doesn't notice. They're going to look for the fight. They want to contest this.
Navi trying for the Tormentor.
There's no black hole, but they can put it on Mike. They're going to try.
Boom. They also managed to catch Jiragi out to the side. Jiragi in trouble as that's the Aegis gone. Now Shad turns up for the cleanup. But they're going to be able to set up here to take Jiragi out a second time by the looks of it. He tries to TP out, but the root of the bird connects. Navi this time making the mistake as they try and push on, and they lose 4.
Blink by 33 catches the Enigma, and then Jiragi in a kind of in no man's land. He was beyond the tier 2, so he couldn't actually contribute with his team onto the high ground there. Bit of mispositioning, punished immediately.
Yeah, they weren't ready for that at all. No. I imagine maybe just after that play around the mid, Navi potentially felt that they were more ahead than they were.
And that's definitely true. It did feel like it could be a bit of a difficult fight to kind of walk in there unless Yaragi's in this position, because I'm watching the Drow in particular. Watch where he walks after they finish off this Tormentor. He kind of puts himself into a
one last top tower.
Oh, yeah, and it's the push of the Aurora as well for the 33. He gets it on Boom, and that pushes Jiragi further down the lane into the rest of Tundra. So, yeah, pushed into an incredibly bad position. 33, excellent start from him on that fight.
Well, they slow down that momentum hard. Now they have a 5k lead just off of that. They already were, like we said, the gold lead was pretty much non-existent.
Yeah, that just blew up massively. Because it's been pretty much dead even on the gold. And then, bam, 5k off that fight.
Jiragi just has to be a bit more... He had the butterfly, too. Just has to be more careful with position. Yeah, the roar pushed him, but overall, they just did not anticipate that move that was coming in.
And Saxa, he's ready to go.
Puppy lost
that Maelstrom.
Puppy lost his creeps too. That was the important thing. So he's got to regather a little bit of that army. Black Hole is back up. So Navi potentially are going to still look for that fight, but it's a big swing. Mid one now has a BKB. So he has protection versus the Gust in particular, probably the one that he has to play around the most. He can just jump onto this backline. And what you said, Saxa was going... He doesn't have Maelstrom, right? He just went Treadstrom, so... He's going more for team fight first, then he's going to go back.
Yeah, he's going to get it out, yeah. He didn't rush it. But it will be there eventually. And then he'll be ready to scale as well. Puppy adds another aura to the mix, has the Vlads for Navi.
Dire's top
a lot of momentum lost, though. Chad, nearly level 18, almost has S and Y. And he's continuing to have pretty ridiculous farm. Yet to die. They're feeling that strength. He's like 4 XP from 18. Let them get the XP.
I'll get it from the lane.
Yeah, he'll get it from something.
Some sort of lane.
Some mid XP soak or something. So they'll have level 3 God strength after this range creep dies in mid.
There we go. Oh, he'll reveal himself actually. Shad, he's happy to bait.
They've got double BKBs. Let's see if Navi's ready for this one. This could be a bit of a tough fight unless they can get another good black hole from the Enigma.
Dire's mid
They're smoked as well. So it is stalling. It has delayed a lot of Boom's item progression, though, right? Going through all these small items in between. He still doesn't quite have that blink for positioning. So it could be pretty hard for him to approach in the fight. I know he got a 3-man black hole last time, but he literally just walked into doing that one. And once they start getting more items, I think it's harder for him to go for that. Always will be the answer of the roar, too.
Smoke up again for Navi.
They've regathered the army for Puppy.
Let's see if they can find Shad. Someone's in the trees. BZM's going to check from there. Get the opening stun into the gun. The BKB's out for Shad. Punch the gun straight, turns straight towards BZM. BZM's out of the fight. Now they can look for more. Turning towards Zayas. Put the shards out from him. They get the jump on a Boom, but this is the... He's holding on to the black hole for now. Zayas continues to get focused by Shad. Shad, one more hit. Not going to... Navi's able to take Boom instead. The decrepifying of the blast from Whitemon finishes off sides. 33 runs down Yuragi. It's another disaster of a fight here for Navi. This time round, they'll lose Puppy as well. Tundra, they're going to get the full team wipe.
Beautiful fight. Perfectly done. It's actually Navi who initiates it, but it's onto the worst target possible. Shad dances ground. 33 sees Yuragi. He pretty much solo killed him on the Drow.
I mean, this game, it's slipping away for Navi so quickly.
It feels
two rough team fights, and from an even game straight up to an 11k goal lead now for Tundra.
I think a couple of times we've said this too is when we see, you know, it looks good, it sounds great, the butterfly rush, but it doesn't really do too much if they're able to get on top of you. I can't blame Zitization because it's kind of the way that they took these team fights, but Tundra has taken complete advantage.
And playing these fights perfectly, Tundra, making sure that, you know, this was a case where, you know, any other team, if they could highly likely focus just on getting these 1 or 2 big kills, but the way that they sort of split up as a team and everybody was able to keep control of their own opponent, it allows them to just get the full team wipe and take everybody down.
Where do you go from here now on Navi? Do you have a backup plan now that things have completely crumbled 2 times? It's probably get Roshan, don't let Tundra get down, and hope that you can take a fight afterwards, but they need, feels like they need that next item at least to be able to try to contest, or they have to hope for the black hole. I mean, Boom needs to get Blink and just hope that he can find a position for it, because this game,
I mean, Shad is
so fast.
Yeah, Shad's just massive at this point.
Harpoon's online.
Zayats. Let's see if he can escape this. He cannot. Dead shot from Saxa hits perfectly, pushes him back into the sword of Shad. I mean, this game.
I don't even think they can defend this. This Rax is just dead.
I feel it's been a while since I've seen a game just go from 0 to 100 as quickly as this one did.
In 6 minutes.
Like, it really did.
Literally 6 minutes.
It was all calm. It had a slow start, and then bam! 2 basically team wipes by Tundra. And now they're taking a set of racks. They're on the verge of taking another. This game, it just completely exploded.
2 fights is all it takes from the side of Tundra. This is 2 sets. They're going to finish up the second. Oh boy.
It's gone.
Wait, Puppy took the Aegis.
Dire's mid-range.
I just noticed this as well.
What's the strat there?
We lost. That's
We
the
lost.
strat.
That's. Well, I mean, yeah. Is it a misclick? Is it just sort of Puppy being like, yeah,
maybe you're
not like you guys
before they
do
finish.
anything with the Aegis.
He stands twice, but maybe it's a bait. Boom. He's got the blink. This is the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah,
This game literally went from 0 to 100.
Yeah, it really did. And play style and just kind of what the heck's going on style.
I mean, look at the 20-minute mark, right? 20 minutes.
Yep.
Very even.
Very
like
nice,
a 1K
normal
kind
game
of
of
goal lead for
Dota.
Tundra, and then wha-bam.
But by it, then it's with hit insanity. Next thing you know, Navi's going to be making a comeback. If that happens, then, you know, we've gone into some sort of shadow realm. I don't know what's going on. But as it is, Tundra should, if the last 5 minutes or 6 minutes to be believed, that one more team fight, they've got this game.
They got 2 sets of Raxes in 20 minutes just from a push because they weren't ready to defend.
Took an 8.
Puppy took an 8 and then died immediately. Wisdom Runes, this time they'll be able to get some on Tundra.
Maybe that was the plan, you know, it's like, oh, I picked up the Aegis. Let me try and just lose it before my teammates notice that I picked it up.
Oh, I'm sure they know.
You know, oh, okay. Maybe like Puppy's like, phew, they didn't notice.
Wonder what the comms are like. It's probably pretty
I saw a
devastating
smile
after
on
these last 2
Puppy's
moves.
face at least. Maybe not on the rest of theirs, but he was smiling.
33. Shiva's done. Has a craggy coat on top versus this Drow. Plus armor aplenty. 33 armor on this Beastmaster. They are just massive at this point. And they have a base ward still, Owen. So they see all of Navi inside the base. So they can pick and choose how they want to take this next fight.
Uh-oh. BCM just rolled in. He gets caught by the wall. Boom's trying to step up.
He's almost dead.
There's a big zip from the mid-wide. He gets the vortex onto Boom. Boom's gone without bite. This one.
2 down.
At least for Navi, they don't get team wiped. They only lose 2 heroes, but still not great news for them. 20k lead for Tundra.
They have a tier 2 top. That's the, you know, the silver lining. But my goodness. What an explosive explosive game from the
That's
side of Tundra.
crazy.
Lincoln's not for the drought, but this is not going to protect you. That 33 Beastmaster. Sometimes it just does these things in these games. Mid, BZM.
Somebody's on a roll. How about
Another
that?
one caught. And this decision to get this Sven, swap this Muerta support, yes. Sox has struggled. Don't get me wrong. 3-7, but Shad,
He popped
flawless
off.
performance. It might be his best one I've seen in a very long time.
Definitely, when you consider sort of like probably his GPM and XPM, like this was great farm from the Sven.
Yeah.
And yeah, perfect involvement, 4-0-9.
And maybe we'll start to see more of this hero, because now 2 games that I've seen it.
I mean, Shad always liked the Sven
He
as
does.
well, right? This was one of Shad's classics. So if he's finding the chances, and as a team they're finding the drafts to get this involved, then for sure we'll see some more Shad Sven.
Yeah, and the Warcry overall versus that Drow, he's now level 20, so he's got even more of it, right? That +8. They're just so durable in the fights. Even if they do get a backball, I don't think that by any means there's going to be enough damage.
Yeah, just only the 3 Sven picks so far this tournament.
Yep, one loss
And
to
just
Spectre.
only the one win. That's the jump. Boom to get the chance to get off of that corner. Anything he's going to be saved by the snowball for now. He'll just die immediately as he comes out of it. The overwhelming damage to Shad. They get the raw connection on the Uragi. This game's over.
This game
GG
is
is called. Tundra, my goodness. They did more than just one second up for this. They just completely annihilated Navi.
Their farm was pretty insane in the lane, right? The CS advantage in particular was definitely there.
I mean, there
Navi
were
started to
signs
get
of it,
some
but it
power,
was
then-
dead even on the goal.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it's
Then it
Navi,
exploded.
they're like taking Tundra's Tormentor, and then it all went horribly wrong for Navi.
That probably was the wrong choice to go for, but at the same time also, Tundra just took advantage of it, right?
Alright, so congratulations to Team Tundra Esport. You know, if we already watch how Tundra Esports perform on the TI, there is one very what should I say? Very good. I wouldn't say it's good. It's like very powerful about Tundra Esports. So even if let's say if you're fighting against Tundra Esports, if you are experiencing some kind of like, oh, we have this kind of high kill advantage or even network advantage, it's like Tundra Esport, they easily can destroy your expectation on the mid, even on the late game. Suddenly they perform like everything is already calculated within their hands. So even if you already secure on the early and on the mid game, you have to calculate to how this Tundra Esport gonna see you as a whole team, as the whole fight. It's like they decide to let you gain so much kills, so much scores on the early, but on the other side they also calculate your every move. So it's like if we are not careful enough with Tundra Esport, yeah, of course we're gonna lose. So that's one very big point that I see coming from Tundra Esport. They have this kind of gameplay. So, and again, the respect coming from this team is very good too. Well, Again, congratulations, Tundra Esports. It's one really beautiful performance.
Tundra Esports turn to ban.
In terms of draft, I want to see something similar because this draft looks really good for the first 20 minutes.
I mean, it's Puppy Chen. Not many other teams are playing this hero for a reason. Puppy is playing it, and it's really one way to play it. It's like you get your auras, you stack them up, and then it's time to end the game. And that's just how Chen functions, right? So, like, if they want to continue to play Chen, they just have to have less mistakes, because unfortunately, playing Chen in this particular meta is not popular because the auras did get nerfed a little bit. We're not seeing them as much, but it can still work. And I'd like to see it work again. You just can't make mistakes. That's the only downside. But you do have a very strong timing push. And I really feel like they could have won that game if, Boom just played a little further back there and they bait the Drow, bait maybe a Tusk or something. But just make sure the Enigma does not die, because you need that black hole. You need his auras.
They also got surprised by that Blink Dagger. They didn't know it was available at
These
the time.
These are pro e-gamers, as you call them.
I know, they get paid big bucks. Eventually, it should come, but you forget about it. You forget about picking up the Aegis. You forget about what some heroes can do as well. So they don't have the first pick this time around. Tundra will have it, and they will Tusk for themselves. Also respect banning Beastmaster. Had to remove Clockwork immediately because they don't have the first pick. And I also think Tundra has a bit of an upper hand coming into the second game, knowing that they defeated their best hero. Clockwork has been banned, which they had a lot of success with 4 out of 4 games. Drow Ranger was 3 out of 3 coming into the series, but they already defeated it. So now that's kind of what Navi probably going to change as well. Try to go with a different carry.
Maybe. It depends on what they see, of course, right? Like, the Drow has always been a pretty decent answer to the Beastmaster, right? Because you get that Aghanim, you can kind of deal with that, builds Butterfly, but won't be in the game this game, so they'll have to switch that up. I'm just curious if Puppy, is he going to pick the Chen? They're thinking about it, going into reserve time here.
Yeah, the Chen wasn't really a bad pick. He had some great moments, as you'd expect. Really good body blocking, micro to pick up kills, bodied the Muerta. So let's see. We get the Doom. As we showed you earlier at home, 34% win rate, 36, there it is, sorry. So not been doing great, even though the hero has these incredible strengths.
I wanted to see more of a hero. They only played it once, I believe, and they did win that game when they were playing against Mouse. So this hero brings a lot to the table in terms of itemization, because you can build pretty much into any item, and also if you don't like your items, you can sell your items with the facet and go for other items. You can also buy something small, buy Midas, get Blink Dagger, then go back to Midas. There's so many things that you can do. You can surprise enemies with some like Pipe Crimson, whatever it's necessary for the fight, where one fight went wrong for you, and then you can decide how to adapt.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting facet. This is a theoretical hero, right? There's so many theories that you can do with the items and selling. There's so many things you can do with the Doom, but unfortunately, most of these theories aren't really working out, as the win rate isn't incredibly high. And the reason for that is people hate playing versus Doom. You have to play against pubs all the time. They have their answers. You can pick heroes that are Doom friendly. Either you pick some illusion hero, or you pick the big strength tanky guys like Dragonite, for example, that they get doomed, they just pop their form, whether it's a Sven, God Strength. They don't care too much as long as they get their spells off in the fight, and they can deal with it that way. So we'll see if they opt for that again. I mean, Sven is a hero I do like versus Doom a lot for that reason. Just pop God Strength BKB. If he dooms you, well, you're just going to man up and fight anyway, and it doesn't really hinder you with the silence.
What's up with Sven? I did not expect this hero to be popular. We've seen it, I believe, 3 times so far. Yet last game in the lane against Enigma made a lot of sense, but there was also a game yesterday where they were playing into Huskar, into CK, that didn't look too good. So it's more of a situational pick rather than, hero being super strong right now.
Yeah, I mean, the Zoo is coming back. Sven is always good versus that. We're seeing a lot of lineups that are physically based, like a lot of Tusk in the game too. So the Warcry is getting a lot more advantage here. And a lot of the popular carries that are like S tier are just being banned. So you're going to have to pick something. And I feel like people are playing a bit more with the Sven. I don't think it's OP or anything. You definitely have to pick it a bit later in your draft, and you have to see something. That's a strong lane.
You talked about the snap previously. You said it was available. They could have had it instead of the Muerta, I believe. And obviously, it is a strong pick.
It is. It gives you pretty much everything. This hero gives you strong laning, it gives you team fight,
10
gives you save
seconds
as
to go.
well, great scaling. You can also be very effective against certain heroes
5
like
seconds.
Pugna, like Phoenix as well, that has been seen quite a lot of play in this tournament.
And what will the response be here? I mean, I wouldn't hate it if 33's eyeballing the Visage. We talked about it last game. Beast is banned, Enigma's banned.
It's a good way to
Visage
disengage. Visage sounds really good because Doom, what he wants to go in is use it on one target and just chase them down. Visage birds are not like being focused in the middle of a fight. You really don't see those birds. They can come from different angles as well. You can stop Snapfire ulti from behind. So could be a really good pickup here.
Yeah, they go for the Shadow Fiend. This is a hero
10
that
seconds to go.
I think range heroes in general are pretty good versus Doom as well because he doesn't mute your
5
items
seconds.
anymore. So whenever he jumps in, if you do have a Hurricane Pike, you can just send him back and just kind of like run away and wait for the Doom to go off cooldown. Plus, you also have the ability to be a bit stronger in the laning stage. They definitely had to contest this lane.
Dyer's pick.
I do feel like if they picked a melee hero, it would have been very, very difficult to try and contest this lane because Snap Doom can get on top of any melee hero and really punish them. And it also keeps, I mean, I guess the flex isn't open anymore. Bounty Hunter, I think, is most likely going to go to that position 4 because they do like to play it on
10
Soxa,
seconds
which
to
means
go.
Tusk, Shadow Fiend lane.
Yeah,
Very
maybe
kill heavy.
leaning towards
5
Darkseer.
seconds.
This is super popular with Bounty Hunter, where you
Yeah.
can get the kills, and it also gives you save against Doom. So you Doom somebody, if you don't have enough
Dyer's
lockdown, Surge, he runs away. So I want to see what is going to be the response. I like this. Maybe potentially prepping for the Darkseer that I mentioned, where you use Lasso, and then Surge is not going to be as effective.
Yeah, and I think Puppy might play the bat. It's hard to say. He can play both. I guess it's
10
open on
seconds
how
to
what they
go.
see here, but it's very difficult, I think, to pick Darkseer
5 seconds.
blind. Like the other times he did pick it was it's like a Luna, right, where you did see the carry matchup, so you had some value on your wall, and that's typically what you want to have with Darkseer, is have a good wall target. That's kind of like the condition of picking the hero. Sure, he still builds auras, but is that enough to pick it? We'll have to see. But yeah, you did pick Bounty Hunter, and like your options of heroes that lane well with Bounty Hunter, quite limited. So is Visage Bounty Hunter a lane? It might be a lane. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, that one, Darkseer. And that's the list for me of heroes that work well with Bounty Hunter in the lane.
Radiant's pick.
I speak for the team.
Oh, we got a Nature's.
So most likely, I mean, this is a bit of a flex, but it's either position 1 or position 2. Maybe there's some case for this to still be played as a position 5 if it's that good of a game for
10
Batrider from the
seconds to
mid lane,
go.
and then you can pick a different carry, but I don't think it's necessary to
5
overcomplicate the draft for Navi.
Yeah, I mean, Navi's draft right now, to me, kind of screams that they want to kill one hero, and they want
Yeah.
like Lasso Doomed. So I do want to see not everything riding on the Shadow Fiend net worth wise,
Radiant's
because
banned.
they have a really good ability. Like, and you might be like, oh wow, Storm and a Doom, that's not
Dyer's
good. But
banned.
I think any heroes or more cores they can get, the better here, because once you kill one hero on Navi, you're kind of out of gas,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So like, if you're all your net worth is on like some carry that has to carry the game, and he gets Lasso Doom, he will die, and you'll be in a problem. So more cores the better, I'd say. For
I would still remove
10
Visage
seconds
here,
to
because
go.
what they can do is put Bounty in the lane with
5
Shadowfin.
seconds.
It's not the strongest lane, but then you have Tusk plus combination with
What
the
about
Wizardry.
what do you think Tundra will take in the offlane? Because all the strong offlaners are kind of, if Visage goes, they go
Dyer's
Underlord.
banned.
I'm still fine with either Visage or with that Darkseer that I mentioned, because you
Yeah.
can creep skip, you can always do something on the
right.
map. But the reason why I like Visage, something that Fear did point out, is the combination with Storm Spirit Shard plus the birds, where heroes like die almost instantly, and you also have Tusk if he
10
wants to go for the
seconds to
drinking
go.
buddies, which you can use on Visage Birds, plus the Shadow Fiend minus Aura.
5
Heroes
seconds.
could disappear. Like, you could be watching the game and be like, what the hell just happened? Like, the hero just was deleted instantly.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I think Tundra is in kind of like an awkward spot here for that last pick, because you are laning with a melee hero, and we
Right.
do know double melee. You can get away with it. It's just not strong, right? It's not going to pressure. You don't have last pick either, so it's like a very difficult spot. This is one of the most difficult spots I've seen 33 be put in a drafting stage so far. Normally, his hero just right off the bat is, you know, early picked on, and they find a way to make it work. He still has some heroes left, but none of them really stand out outside of the Visage as looking potentially being powerful. The Darkseer, that's like the X factor for me on this
10
one. Like, I
seconds to
don't
go.
really know how strong that's going to be into a blind matchup, but most Darkseer
5
lanes
seconds.
aren't really good blind.
Yeah.
What about good old Puck? I mean, this hero is still available. They have literally
offlane?
no for Navi, and
Oh,
they
for
are
Navi.
gonna
Oh,
ban it.
yeah,
because they have no lockdown
Yeah.
whatsoever.
I mean, Puck would have been really good against the Storm in this game. We talked about how good it is. Like, if they didn't ban that, that would have been very criminal to get that on Navi.
I mentioned Queen of Pain
10
instead of
seconds to
Earth
go.
Spirit in the previous lineup for Navi. I think this hero can also work, seeing
5
that there is
seconds.
very limited. I mean, they could still go with the Earth Spirit, that's fine, but
He
maybe
got
I...
dumpstered though mid.
He did.
Bad.
That's why I want to see Queen of Pain, and it's gonna be Wizzy.
There he is.
He's got the Riz.
It's such a strong combo with the heroes that they have. Whiskey
We're doing that,
Risky
are we?
is I think he's gonna own this.
Okay, so it's the second match. Second match for Pgl Wallachia 2024 season 2. Finally, we see the group stage, and this time we're gonna see match 2, Tundra Esport versus Natus Finster or Navi, while Tundra Esport. Alright, so it's White Moon Tusker, Shot, Shadowfin, Saksa, Bounty Hunter, Mid One Storm Spirit, and 3-3 Visage. Meanwhile, in Natus Finster, Boom with Doom, Zayak with Snapfire, Puppy, Bedrider, Uragi, Nature's Prophet, and Tiny. Again, since we already experienced, we already watched how Tundra Esports behave. I would say that how they initialize the team. It's like they gonna judge what Natus Fincher do first, even if Natus Prophet, he has biggest ability to just roam around and follow up the damage, and Tiny he just can kill, one shot kill almost everyone on the Tundra Sport. Let's say the Visage, the Storm Spirit, Bounty Hunter, and Shadowfin. Maybe Task he can probably save with Snowball, but again, Storm Spirit also has the ability to run, Bounty Hunter too, but it's like it's pretty easily a snack for Tiny. And Snapfire with the follow-up. I would mention how big the damage coming from the Scatter Blast, also the cookies to save, and of course the Marquesas too, and Doom. Just Doom. Doom is being Doom, right? He's there. He's not really tanky after all, but he's there to initiate, just lock anyone on the Tundra Esport. It means that they really need to build Lincoln at early, maybe the Storm Spirit, maybe the Shadowfin, or even the Visage, or Lotus maybe. But again, it can be easily countered if the Doom play the right goal here by building the Aghanim. So let's see if this is the match for Navi.
Oh, crap!
안녕.
Kamu Shoban?
Days is over, Mortimer.
First blood, more shall come.
30 seconds to go.
Goal!
There we go, game number 2 here, Tundra versus Navi, and we've seen exactly what the panel was concerned about. A Visage getting first blood keeps happening, Fog. These early solo subs kills gives you that very nice little bit of a boost.
Not only just that, Storm gets galvanized, right? So it's actually like both gets a benefit out of this level 1 fight. I'm not mistaken on that, right? Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he's got one shot.
He's got the 0.3 extra mutant. These things matter a lot. Getting this first blood, we've seen it so many games just kind of accelerate these Visages out of control. And this is definitely a game, you know, Panel talked about it. I love when we see these combos. I've seen the Luna, Tusk, Visage, Storm. I saw that one from the Ounds the other day. This one, it's a similar one. You have the Storm, Visage plus Tusk, so Drinking Buddies, Birds. Every one of these Storms at 15 minutes, even without Visage, they're buying the shard. It's clearly a thing that people have started theory crafting that makes it super strong. And this is definitely one of those games you could see 33 go absolutely crazy, and look at his position already. They might get caught off guard by this.
Oh, is he going to get another bit of early action? Surely
top
not.
lane should be saying,
Yeah.
there's no one here. Something's not right.
Booman's sides should be being very careful.
Boom.
Got the shards. I mean, they're going to get him.
Dead. He's got 9 stick. Is that enough? It is.
It is. It's enough to save him.
I didn't see that he had the 9 until right afterwards, but put very low, and now 33. He has enough money to be able to make his way toward top. Sox is going to drag the wave, so they're only going to miss out on, I believe, one of these waves so far. He's staying down here.
Oh, he really wants something.
He wants a kill before he leaves. He's trying.
This one they should get, right?
This one they should have, yeah. He's got another shot. It's going to be close.
You get
They got him.
yours.
You were all hard.
Gold is gold.
I liked you.
Now he'll leave
Now
the
he'll.
lane.
And the wave, it is behind the tower. Soxa got it to actually cut the wave perfectly, so he'll be able to deny this wave and keep the wave potentially here too. So Yuragi, can he actually keep that wave there? No, it's pushing forward. So yeah, this ends up working nicely. for
Quite the
33.
start here for Tundra with that all in mind.
Yep. He's got double stat items already, I believe, or at least one of those coming out, and a stick and a quelling, so he'll have the wave to play versus the Sprout. And yeah, the wave is coming in. And Soxa, yeah, just being very annoying, body blocking camps. This team probably, I mean, I would say this team, 33 in particular, knows every ins and out of Visage. How you want to play, rotate with it. I've seen games where he gets destroyed in lane and then he just roams. So, yeah, Visage.
Is he the best Visage player? Would you say in this patch?
Dyer's courier.
Yeah, I would probably say so.
33 Visage,
Yep.
yep.
And the sniped courier, so Soxa being very, very annoying. They actually have to keep the secondary courier at the tower now. And we'll see the lanes, how the other lanes end up going down. Since they started as that tri-lane bottom, it should be pretty strong, especially because it's also SF Tusk, one of the strongest lanes. And Storm vs Tiny, mid one, should have a very good time in the mid lane too.
At bottom lane, it feels like Navi's got to be careful. Even with about 33 here, they can still die to these two.
Absolutely. It's full souls already up on the SF.
They're like trying to get the setup. Cookie, of course, will help out, but can only cookie one of you.
They're just
Still
getting
taking
pushed off the
so
wave.
much damage and not being able to trade any of it back against Shadow Whitemon.
And this is before level 3 even comes out. Level 3, it kicks up that pressure even more down here. The Tusk and the SF get that much stronger in comparison. Not going to be an easy start for Navi. A 2k gold lead. The power of the Visage. And let's see what Yuragi does overall with the game plan. Since this is a hero that absolutely wants to farm and go for Gleipnir, let's see if he looks to fight early. If he's going to make some of these TP rotations, kind of four-man sandwich the SF. I think there's definitely chances that they can maybe go through Portal and do some TP plays to look for this SF, but it feels like they're going to have to start band-aiding lanes pretty early on the side of Navi.
This bottom lane's not going to get any easier for them for sure.
No.
Just having to pop through these salves. Poppy's going to come in with the rotation.
There's the potential four-man rotation that I was talking about. Like, I think Yuragi even could skill teleport to look for a kill if they really want to persist for Shad. Because the lanes are just, sad at the moment.
And Poppy's coming in.
Go for him.
With the flame break knockback, they got the cookie. He's got a blast as well. It's not enough burst. In fact, Shad turns around, gets one of the raises off. Puppy's still in on top of him, diving under the tower, but Shad, he's going to survive. And now he's ready to turn. Raises come in. He lives on a single-digit HP there.
What a TP by Soxa. comes in, force feeds him that Lotus. He survives because of it. Quick rotation to
I believe
stop
gives
that
him
aggression.
tangos and salves as well.
Yep. Great support play. And Visage has the lane in a good position, so 33 should be able to get something out of this as well. Yuragi is pulling the lane top with there's a lot of aggression. Boom.
And with the cookie already used, there's not much more escape. That's going to help him. They've got him. Another kill here for the safe lane. Shad. 1-0-3. They found 4. Every single bit of action Shad's been involved in so far, with most of it, pretty much all of it happening down here outside of that first blood.
And for the next 70 seconds down here, it's super dangerous. Extra -4 armor. Everyone's at -8 if they walk up next to him. And you don't want to keep those stacks going, because as we know, it fully refreshes. So if he gets another kill...
How low did he actually get?
I think it was like 1 HP.
It was like 3
4.
HP?
Yeah, something.
3 or 4. 4 HP, yeah. There we go.
Soxa stalking Puppey too. Puppey's just trying to make moves because of how like these lanes just got destroyed, so he's just trying to salvage things. But yeah, Soxa's just stalking him. This is as good as a start as you've want for the side of Tundra. Level 6 already on the Storm too. They're just crushing all 3 lanes.
I mean, as Navi, you know, tried to make that play down bottom, doesn't work out. What's sort of the next point of call to get something going in your favor?
Your Tiny. Enable your Tiny as much as possible. Uh-oh.
Talk about the Tiny. BZM. He's had his Arcane Rune stolen by Whitemon, caught in the shards. He's dead. Another kill to be found by 33. A swing across over towards Zayad. Mid1's got just enough mana to catch up to him. With the Arcane Rune, Whitemon's going to have spells again in a second.
He pulls in the Visage. Now they've got the trap. Another soul assumption.
Let him get the kill.
Oh boy, Owen. Look at that network.
This one's rough.
The roaming Visage. We've seen him do it before. He's like, yeah, I don't want to lane. It's not even worth it for me to lane. These kills are worth too much gold.
I mean, and he's got a great lineup around him to get these kills right.
And look at what time it is. 6 minute 42nd. They do want to look for the kill and potentially go for that Wisdom Rune. They're going to sneak in just for the Wisdom piece. Wisdom coming in the area. Boom.
He's going down.
Another one.
Can they get to if they get the Wisdom Rune in time?
Bring everybody, Navi. Do not let them do this.
They're going to block off the escape of Shad. Shad turns, gets a couple of raises out, but he will fall. So Navi, they'll be able to turn up, make sure they secure themselves the Wisdom Rune. Also get the kill onto 33. So Navi finally able to find a bit of action going their way as they punish Tundra.
They need to make these type of 5-man rotations, though, to fix the problems that are going down already. Top net worth Visage. Yuragi, decent farm, but the other 2 cores devastated at this point. But at least they didn't get the Wisdom stolen. So it is just that 1-for-1 exchange. But Mid1 thriving on this game. He goes Arcane Boots again. I guess he just really does like it on this, you know, just in particular that we've mentioned last game. It's mostly treads, but he just really likes to have that extra mana regen. And in this game, it's definitely one where you can see Storm also pop off because there's a bit of limited stun. It's BZM mostly that's going to be that answer, and Mid1 already off to a hot start. Power Rune. Can Navi secure this for BZM?
Mid1.
He gets it.
He's able to steal it.
Here's 33 again.
They go straight over towards BZM. Underneath the tower, can he survive? No. He goes down, they turn towards Puppey as well. He's trying to at least bring down Whitemon with him. The Scatter Blast comes in, but it's 33 getting the double. Mid1 will die to the tower. So Navi getting kills in return. Can Yuragi find 33? Kisses coming in. They can. So once again, Navi finding the ability to turn up and make sure that Tundra do pay for these aggressive moves.
It's good that Zayas was able to get the 6 this early. It's actually pretty huge. 8 minutes in, Snap having 6 with these moves that he's done. Definitely allowing them to fight back. Yuragi now getting some pressure onto the tower. This is dead.
Radiant's mid tower.
Good responses. Even though they lose Puppey again, ends up being worth it. BZM is really struggling though.
Whitemon. He's trying to lead in. They want to make the jump onto Yuragi. Mid1's in as well. A lot of backup for Yuragi, and a cookie up to the high ground keeps Yuragi safe.
Toss back.
He's got a snowball to try and get away, but with the 5 in the mirror, Whitemon will get taken out easily as Navi continue to really show Tundra that Tundra got to be a bit more careful now about how they go about these plays. Navi's prepared.
You want to play a chaotic game? We'll respond with chaos. 5 heroes, as you mentioned, to the mid lane to fight back. All things considered, pretty good. They do get BZM a good kill to get back into the game. He's same net with his mid one. Yaragi's got good net worth. And they do find that kill into 33 to slow him down. It's just Boom who's the one who's struggling the most. You know, he's a Doom. He's gone for the Gluttony facet, which usually allows you to get that really high, fast farm. He is slowed down so much. He's bottom of the cores.
He's got the phase soul, and he's going to get the Crimson Guard first this game.
Very important.
Dire's mid tower.
Puppy.
One gets the jump. They'll be able to put a stop to the cookie escape as Puppy will fall.
You blew it!
Every kill matters a lot. How much gold they get from these soul assumptions. It's going to be max level now. And mid tower, potentially going down. They've got Glyph. Kisses up in 5 seconds. Do they want to fight for this tower? They're pinging like they do. Puppy's pinging it out. They've got the kisses at the ready. Boom. Bottom.
And then they catch them out alone. They get the kills very easily, Tundra. It's time to be set there for Navi. Potentially they find 33. He's
got the
too
drops.
speedy, actually. He's able to just run from the fourth, and Whitemon jumps away as well. Both of them just able to walk away from 4 heroes of Navi. Now backup comes in for Tundra. Tundra, they can look to take some kills their way as they get the catch onto Zayat. 32 grabs another kill with the soul assumption. They've won. He's got their mana here to control BZM.
Radiant
BZM, he's not getting out of this. Another soul assumption, another kill. 33 continue to get crazy amounts of gold here on the Visage.
It's also starting to become track kills, Owen. So on top of the extra gold from soul assumptions, the track will start to make it also. It's not a lot, but all these little things do matter. 40 extra if he has 4 heroes there. It's 160. Shad has 3 stacks of bottom presence, and boom.
More soul assumption kills for Visage.
Track soul assumption. Money, money.
So what's the maths? How much bonus is 33 getting? He said, well, he gets 40 from the track.
Plus 210.
So 250 bonus gold for every kill that he's finding with these soul assumptions or kills under the effect of it.
Each kill is worth over 500 gold. Yeah, pretty much. Because the bounty gets a lot more for himself as well, so he gets 130. So it's actually probably even more than that for each of these kills that they get with just the bounty plus a Visage. Thorman stunned by the birds.
Fine Whitemon. He's going to go down. Tundra, do they want to try and fight into this without their tusk? They don't. I mean, well, Shad's thinking about a Requiem for the tree line. Well, they'll back off.
BZM's about to have Blink. They need this Blink pretty bad to be able to match this aggression that's going on, because they're getting crushed, Owen. They're getting crushed around the map. Yaragi's farming okay, but this bounty hunter almost has the same net worth as the Doom. And that's a Doom with Gluttony, like we mentioned, so. Tundra getting so much out of the map, and this is even pre-15 minutes where they don't have that Storm Shard too. You imagine Midwin's going to get it, and then it's just going to be go, go, go with those birds. Speaking of the birds, 33 almost has a pipe after the drums. So huge disparity between these offlaners. He's almost double the net worth of a Doom on a Visage.
That's how wild Visage is right now, and how crazy 33 is on the Visage for sure. Always takes it to the next level.
And so unique the way that he plays. I think we'll probably see
he must love this patch so much as well, because he always loved Visage, right?
Yeah.
And now Visage is just better than ever. 33, he's got to love these sort of games. Just getting a pop off at this level.
I feel like you can't give them this hero.
Watching this gameplay, it's like this has got to be top of the list to not let 33 get his hands on, because
especially not a last pick.
Yeah, dude, I can guarantee there's some people watching right now that are going to be like, hold up, that was a last pick?
Yeah.
This was a last pick?
Last pick Visage when they already have the Tusk drinking buddies and everything. BZM, gotta go for a play. Kisses.
I'll catch him here.
Nicely done.
Unlikely to be able to get mid-bomb. He's got enough mana with the regen rune.
Throwing the tracks.
And they get more
trying
Navi.
to chase. He's got Blink.
Now get the lasso in. Again, another. I mean, Whitemon's thinking about trying to fight back. Saxa goes down. Doom gets dropped at the mid-bomb, but mid-bomb's going to be able to walk away. Good Requiem here for the sideline. Shad pushing back the entirety of Navi. Stepping up, looking for Zayat to pick up the Wisdom Rune. Goes the way of Whitemon. BZM, though, gets another good toss back. Pull to the side. They're trying to keep Shad alive. He gets popped up, but he will fall. How can Tundra get clean up? So 33 back in action. Poppy gets taken down. They've lost 2 Navi. Can they get the rest of them out of here? Doesn't look like they can. BZM getting controlled by the familiars in mid-bomb. Mid-bomb will fall. Now the Solar Assumption pick-off here to come through from 33. Gets dragged to the side by Whitemon's eyes. Trying to find the burst, but 33, he gets the burst first. Another Solar Assumption kill. Double kill for 33. Saxon's ready to lead it on towards Yuragi. He's going to try for the TP out. They got it. Way to stop it. They don't. Yuragi escapes.
What a TP. All right, chaos ensues. 18. Last game we had, what, 2 to 4, so then explode. This one has 29 kills in 14 minutes. A good persistence from Navi to get at least a good amount of these core kills. But then the Soul Assumption and Track come into
that's
play.
the thing, right? If you consider this game, if it didn't have like this last pick Visage getting through, Navi would probably be in a pretty good spot.
Agreed. It's just the bonus gold that's counteracting pretty much everything. Even though, yeah, you get bonus gold from Doom, or from, you know, the Gluttony and everything, they just get too much out of this Track and Soul Assumption afterwards.
On the setup here, look at this.
On zip.
They see him. They're straight in on top of him.
Yuragi's gone. Shad will survive.
Bottom lane. I mean, Whitemon. He should die here, so Navi gets something. I mean, he's juking.
What?
No way.
No way.
Never mind, they don't even get Whitemon.
And now the rotation's coming in. Here comes the squad, the extra gold squad.
Uh-oh, yeah, here comes 33 and mid one. They'll catch Zayats. More money for 33. Maybe now Puppy. I think, well, definitely now Puppy. See if they can keep him alive long enough to let 33 get him with a Soul Assumption.
Sure will.
That's another one.
Money, money. And Whitemon lives during all of it. 2, 3, and 14 on this Tusk, level 9. Juking him out. Look at the early game items that they've all purchased too. Double drums. Drums even on the Tusk to be able to play around with that extra movement speed. Boots of the Bearing now finished for 33. 21 to 11. 21 kills on the team with all this bonus money.
The Visage bouncy.
Gleipnir's done. All things considered, as you said, you know, not bad timings for Yuragi. He's only died the once this game, which is pretty surprising. But these other 2 cores are devastated right now. Boom. 900 gold away from Crimson, but feels like he needs Crimson and that pipe ASAP just to block out this damage that's coming up from the SF and the Visage in the middle of the fights.
I mean, it just feels impossible to be able to try and carry a game like this as a Nature's Prophet when everything is just collapsing in on you. You know, the pressure's there. You're playing from behind. It's so difficult for Yuragi.
And at this point, too, they have the Shard on the Storm. So Visage, I believe, also bought his, so they've got the protection. 33 definitely feeling a little bit vulnerable at times because they threw kisses on him every single one of the fights. But now they have that Storm Shard, too. So the bonus damage on these familiars. Watch how they shred heroes. Grove Bow for both of these carries. Balance. They're looking for kills. Puppy. He'll be found.
BZM's gonna try and help out.
Lasso thrown on the bounty.
I mean, Yuragi's TPing in.
Whoa, what did I miss?
It looks rough. It's moves like this where you really feel that Navi, there's just not a lot they can do right now.
Can they get out too? Yuragi
That's the
TP'd
thing.
in.
I don't think they can. They're going to chase them down, hit with the Shuriken under the tier 2. Okay, maybe they won't dive.
33.
I mean, they're tempted, Tundra. I mean, Boom stepping up. They have to be so careful, Navi. They can't fight this.
Trouble.
Not burst the whole squad. Spirit Vessel now finished up for Saksa. Every one of the just look at their gold lead. It just continues just growing and growing on any.
They tried to step out.
Boom.
He's gone. Zayat's caught as well.
Mortimer, get away.
There was that buff on the birds. Saw how quick the Doom died. Every kill's 1,000 gold. And when there's 5 heroes there. And soon, well, not too soon, but Bounty is getting closer and closer to level 12. More damage. They have a Vessel now for the Doom and the Tiny.
Well, let's do the exact maths because we've got the time. So at the moment we're
time.
Oh yeah, Navi, they don't have the time. Okay, they get the kill on Saxa.
Yuragi, can he get himself out? Looks like he can.
I mean, they want to maybe get back in. Okay, Navi seeing if they could get the jump with BZM. Shad, Requiem from the tree line catches BZM by surprise.
19. So, I mean, on top of everything too, right? It's Track, Soul Assumption, and Galvanized stacks. So 19 now for mid one, getting involved in 18 of the 25 kills. That is a cool draft. Navi trying to get a kill. Whitemon.
Maybe they'll get Whitemon. Maybe the lasso.
A lot for him.
He's able to get the snowball off, but he will die. This time we could be certain of that. Someone put so much into just getting these small kills, Navi.
You take what you can get at this point, but you're still losing so much, BZM. 3 and 6 on the Tiny. Feels like they have all the answers for him. Level 12 now up on the Visage. Zayats is still having some pretty good farm on the Snap. All things considered, the supports are having okay games. It's just, yeah, these other 2 cores on the side of Navi not getting any momentum, and that's kind of what Tiny wants to have, is Puppey.
Naragi's TP'd in to try and help out, but I mean, maybe with Zayats and BZM here. Okay, it's a good setup from BZM. Kiss is coming in as well. Shad is trying to heal up with the lifesteal. He's still alive, but surely he doesn't survive. He does not. Shad will fall.
Doom.
Tundra, they're getting the cleanup. They've killed off Uragi. They may even just get the team wipe here. Saxa's going to be able to stay over towards BZM. They'll chase down the Tiny, the last one left alive here for Navi. He will live, but only just 4 dead again on Navi. They only are able to take down 1 hero. It's a big one. You're getting Shad, but it's a 1-for-4 trade.
You feel forced to fight versus this, though, right? On Navi, you're like, we need to fight into it, but it just doesn't feel good. XP-wise, gold-wise, galvanize-wise, etc. And that was their big fight with all their ults. Not the fire, or not the last one particularly, that one used earlier, but that was the Doom, that was the Kisses. They're only really able to find one of these targets. So durable, so far ahead of lads now for 33. The items just keep flying in. 14, 3, and 11 on a Visage in a pro game at 20 minutes. Like, yeah, just thriving.
I just can't imagine we'll see Tundra get the chance to last pick a Visage again.
I've said that even in the beginning of this tournament, just in general for the hero. I feel like most teams, just this hero, just... I feel like it's such a good fighting meta right now that he's able to always get a game like this.
Yeah, especially this tournament, right? A lot of the gameplay's been pretty chaotic, right? We've had a lot of action. It's been a very fun tournament, a lot of fun gameplay. And yeah, this is the sort of hero, as you said, it really revels in that.
Because like, what was the best answer we've seen to it? It was that Meepo tree lane that we saw from Nouns, which actually looked really, really cool, but that wasn't versus a 33 Visage, so... That net worth is just insane. Look, did we actually pull up the GPM for a second for him? It's 715 on a Visage. That's record-breaking for sure. Bounty soon to surpass those cores on the side of Navi. Level 12 has been hit, so add up more gold, Owen. Plus 80 on all allies, 225 for him.
But what is that?
I'm not doing the math. It's
320 plus 225, so that's 545, and then plus the 250, so that's 795 gold out of nowhere. If the whole team kills someone that also gets taken out by the Soul Assumption.
Yes. Oh, pulls
so effectively 800 bonus gold for every kill that Tundra gets when everyone is involved.
Oh. There's that bird damage. The overload gets put on him as soon as they shove. No, extra hits, dies. Money. How much was that one? 1,000 XP, 600 gold. This has to be the highest kill count game. 2 kills a minute.
Hope the Dire weren't partial to that mid tower.
And a game where Visage and Bounty love that kind of stuff. What's the next item that feels like Navi? I'm just unsure. This Doom is just so shut down. I just don't know what Boom really goes for. He has to go for BKB, but this has to be one of the poorest Dooms you'll see when they go for
yeah. I don't know what you do. I feel like maybe you do something drastic, like you just have Uragi go full split push and just try and get BZM to hit creeps and become, you know, some sort of late game presence as the Tiny.
I'm just
like I don't know how the Nature's Prophet carries a game when you're this far behind as a team.
It's him versus 3 carries or 3.5 carries.
Like you can't turn up to these fights.
No. Well, they have. They've turned up to every single
one. That's kind of the only thing you can do.
Yeah. And now Roche probably on the menu. Oh, sorry, they did it right. My bad. Going toward top, probably on the menu, so they can probably look to take out the top 2 towers. I don't know why I said Roche when I meant towers. He's looking pretty dead. Track money. This is a rough one.
Yeah, at least in game 1, Navi had sort of that first, 15 minutes or so where it looked kind of close. Rest of it, not so much. And then this game too, definitely not so much.
Dire's top
All right, this is where you go to the toss back plays, right? Now you're gonna have to hope for the toss plays.
Let's choose some tossing to fountains. Let's go.
Starting to feel like it's getting to that point.
Towers
33
coming
has an
apart.
AC about to be finished too for that push. They have the presence, affect buildings on SF, and they're just looking for more kills.
Sweeping across the map, killing whoever they find here, Tundra. There you go, Ragi looking to get out of this one. Boo. They'll get the Doom drop down onto mid-bomb, which will stop him from chasing down the Doom, so Boom will be able to back off, but that will be the Doom gone.
Now they have no kill threat, it feels like. 2300 HP Storm barely takes any damage from that. Still ready to fight, doesn't even have to go back.
Yeah, they've got the full AC now, 33. They've got the Solar Crest as well as a team to save one another.
Oh boy. High ground time. They still got a minute left on the Aegis. They have the auras ready. These buildings will drop super fast. They have to pop the glyph with the Crimson.
Structures.
That was actually a bit of a slip up there. Now that guard is going to wear off as the glyph wears off.
Dire's mid tower's nothing now.
The jump. Everyone's going to find the chance to get in straight away over towards Zayas. Zayas gets out with the cookie, but he's still trapped in the shard. A raise from Shad finishes him off. They're coming with a buyback. Strong forward from BZM. I'll get the toss back onto mid-one. Mid-one still able to zip away back to safety. Backdoor protection protecting the mid-racks for now. Whitehall reaches in the punch of the snowball. BZM's gone. 33 ready to push him with the familiars. Whitemon out to the side. He'll get caught by the Gleipnir, but he's able to walk away. Tossboard will finally finish him off. Puppy gets the last one to Shad, but a Vortex drag back from mid-one comes into play as Puppy, he's out.
They cut the wave with Yuragi with the creep, but they were actually going through the back door. Melee racks exposed. They're going to continue. They still have Aegis for 10.
BZM.
Specs.
There's another toss back. Saxacorn into the tower. Now the cookie BZM at the side with the right clicks to fly through. Triple kill for mid-one. It is over. GG is called. What a game two from Tundra, and with that the series, it's theirs. 39 to 15, 26 minutes in, 26,000 gold lead, Fog.
I don't think you give this guy last pick Visage, especially not with even bounty or I don't know. This draft was too strong, and Navi, they fought into it, and they gave the first blood. That's the other thing too. They were looking for the
beginning
fight.
of the end.
You can see the smiles on their faces. I mean, 33. I think he may have surpassed the 800 GPM mark for a second there. It dipped down at the end, but that has to be record-breaking stuff from this Visage. Every single one of the fights, it was either track kills or bonus gold, and I mean, you can see it from Navi. It's like they don't even know what hit them.
No, that was a fast one. A very fast one there from Tundra. Yeah, Navi not standing a chance whatsoever in this game too. This series, Tundra, they'll be knocking Navi down 2-0.
Yeah, I know what hit them. It was the Visage. It happened again.
Another overwhelming victory from Tundra Esports, and here I want to pinpoint something that probably a bit interesting about the offlaner from Tundra Esports is the 3-3, of course. So on the TI, of course, and on this Pgl Wallachia, we already saw so many offlaner picking the Visage hero. So one thing that we have to worry about Visage as the offlaner, it means that your last pick, or maybe if you're not lucky enough to pick last pick carry as the last pick, you really need to consider changing lanes you know, because maybe your carry is not really tanky enough to battle the soul assumption. It's like a time bomb, you know. We don't know when will this soul assumption explode, and when it explode it will be very harmful for the HP, of course. This is the reason why there is so many kills from the bottom lane, the Doom and Snapfire. Even if let's say that they change lanes between the carry and the offlaner, but it's still, this visage can really destroy your whatever hero it is. And probably because plusly, even if this visage is really underappreciated, like understatement too. So visage, it's not like all of the pro player in this world can play this hero visage. Let's say I would say that a very differentiate trait about visage is the familiar, of course, summon familiars. So it's rather different than the hero that can summon other crippling, other seedling, something like that, like the Nature Prophet or even Enchantress Chan. Let's say the Beastmaster. Visage familiars are very different. Even if you are successful on destroying this familiar, it means that you got 200 golds each hit. And even if these familiars are running way too low on the HP, you have to put it into the stone form. So it's like you're playing three whole heroes on the map. It's like playing Meepo, but way more complicated, I guess, because it's not really tanky and people gonna aim your familiar very often. So you have to be very mobile on moving both of your hero and your familiar. And okay, so this is Silent as the Grave with Aghanim, I guess. And that is how Visage is widely known as like most terrifying hero, even if he's not really that well known as the big hero here. Enough devastating on the lane, enough devastating on the late game, of course. So this one is the match owned by Tundra Esport. Congratulations. And I wanna see if there is another match. It's the Heroic versus Infinity, I guess. I actually want to watch this Heroic because they're doing outstandingly on this current update. So I wonder if they're gonna do the same. But it's still 49 minutes, so it's way too long after. And let's just should I just wait, let me just, should I just change the link maybe? I guess it is. Okay, see you then on the 40 something minutes for the Heroic match.